Today, we're going to take a look at Belle Tress's Vienna Roast. This is not a new release for Belle Tress, but one of those wigs that just seems to get lost in the sea of mid-length wavy bobs. But this one has an exceptionally light density, not a ton of permatease, and a really wonderful curl pattern. I'm planning on showing her to you in 3 different colors. So if this is something you're interested in, stay with me and I will be right back. I purchased the wigs in this video with my own funds, and they are from my own personal collection, but you can find them at tlwigs.com. TL Wigs is an online retailer offering spectacular savings on an almost daily basis. The majority of manufacturers are discounted 30 to 40% on the majority of days, with the exception of Raquel Welch and Gabor, which are discounted on the weekends. If you ever have questions and need specific advice regarding if an item is in stock or if you're having trouble deciding between a particular color, we encourage you to go ahead and send an email to info@tlwigs.com. We also would really love you to join our Facebook support group, which is private and where you're going to have the chance to network with tons of other people who are also on their individual hair loss and wig journeys. I have included the links for both TL Wigs as well as the private Facebook support group in the description box of this video. And finally, we would really encourage you to take a look at the 3 reviewers who are affiliated with TL Wigs. Those reviewers have had a chance to take a look in depth at a whole bunch of different wigs. So if you are torn between a different color, curious about a style, wanting to kind of weigh the pros and cons regarding 2 different styles of sister wigs, this is the place you want to hit. Those links are actually included within the main page of the tlwigs.com website, and that's where you can find the 3 different reviewers' YouTube channels. My name is Veronica, and I would like to thank you for joining me today on Spare Hair Love Affair, a YouTube channel intended to help you navigate the somewhat complex world of alternative hair. If you think this is something that might be of use to you, I would ask you to please hit that subscribe button so that you will be notified anytime I release new wig or hair loss related content. I am partnered with TL Wigs, but my ultimate passion is helping people navigate their hair loss journeys. Put a comment in the comment section of this video if you have specific ideas or things you would like to see content on. This is not my full-time job. This is something I kind of just do on the weekends. I felt very blessed to have the resources available to me on YouTube when I went through my own hair loss journey. And I don't know what I would have done if those resources weren't available to me. So I would like to do my best to turn around and share what I have learned over the course of the past couple years with other people. If there's something I have experienced and something I know about, I would be more than happy to share it with you. If it's something I don't know, I will do my best to point you in the right direction. So without further ado, I want to jump on in and I want to talk a little bit more about what I'm wearing. This is Vienna Roast by Belle Tress. And what I've got on right now is the color Bombshell Blonde. It is the lightest of the 3 shades that I am going to share with you today. It is not even October yet, and here in the Midwest where I live, we are already doing that pendulum swing of 85 degrees one day and 59 degrees the next. So I have already whipped out the turtleneck, which is a mainstay of my October to May wardrobe. And for that reason, I am looking a lot of times for synthetic wig styles that are going to give me some bang for my buck in terms of reduced friction, while still allowing me to look like me. I really love Vienna Roast because while it gives me the volume, the curl pattern, and the style that I really enjoy in the front, it's shorter in the back. And for that reason, I get more wear out of these pieces. This piece I'm wearing is not new. I have had this over a year and I bought it on clearance from TL Wigs quite some time ago. But it has held up really, really well. Belle Tress's Vienna Roast is part of their heat-friendly fiber collection. It is from their cafe collection. However, in my experience, Belle Tress fibers do hold up quite well compared to a lot of my other heat-friendly fibers. I have not done anything with this piece other than wash it and condition it maybe twice. I have not had to apply any heat to it. As far as dimensions on this piece, we've got a little bit of bangs going. They are about 9 inches. Sides are about 11. The overall length in the back, we are looking at about 12.5, and the nape is 5.5. I'm going to go ahead and do a spin for you, and I'm also going to get a little bit closer and show you this hairline, and we'll do a full exploration of the cap. But this is a good one, and one of the reasons I think it's a good one is it's often very hard to find a beachy wave bob that either doesn't have a lot of density or doesn't have a lot of permatease. Hit the jackpot on this one in that this is a very light density wig. Where you are getting the apparent fullness is simply from the curl pattern. There is not permatease up here, very, very minimal amount. So this can be tamed down. Similarly, because of the curl pattern, and I will show you this when I transition to another color, if I want to amp this up, I can. The furthest I go in terms of styling with this thing is my spray bottle of water. If I've got some flyaways, I'm going to go ahead and spray it. But it is incredibly, incredibly versatile. These curls hold their style absolutely beautifully. And I love the fact that I don't look like a helmet head, and it looks realistic. Like I said, in the Midwest, in the winter, when the wind is blowing and we've got tremendous humidity and we've got snow, my hair doesn't look completely out of place when everybody else's is flat and echo. I do not have perfectly coiffed, huge, voluminous hair. It still looks really darn good, but it's believable because there is not a ton of permatease and it has the ability to be a little closer to my head. So let me do a real quick turnabout for you. Now, Bombshell Blonde is the lightest of the 3 colors that I am going to share with you today, but it is not the lightest color offered by Belle Tress. But what this color is described as by the manufacturer is a light golden brown root with a blend of white pure blonde and satin blonde throughout. It is a really beautiful color, very, very dynamic without screaming bad bleach job. I don't know how else to put it. I do actually wear this in the fall, although it may lean more toward being a summer color. I wear it quite a lot. I think it is very, very beautifully done, and those roots offer a really nice transition. So again, this is Bombshell Blonde. And here we go, folks, with the medium shade of the 3 that I'm going to share with you today. This is Butterbeer Blonde, one of Belle Tress's best-selling colors. This is considered to have a medium brown root and then an even dispersion or blend of sandy, ash blonde, and light blonde throughout. Really beautiful color. Exact same cap components, obviously, as the others I'm going to share with you. Done really well with this beautiful wave pattern. Now you might say, gosh, that looks a little shorter or a little different than the one she had on before. It is the same wig. The difference is I have only worn this one maybe 5 or 6 times. It has not been washed. Therefore, this is really a good idea of how Vienna Roast wears over time. The curl pattern in the other has loosened up a little bit. This one is still a little more tightly wound, I guess. In fact, if you hold on just a second, we can do a quick comparison. So I'm hoping you're able to see the difference in the curl pattern. As I said, this wig has not been modified. It's simply far newer. It has only been worn a handful of times versus this one that is about a year old. And so it's been worn, it's been washed. So it gives you a little bit of an idea. However, fibers on this one still crazy soft. As I mentioned, never applied heat to this. I'm not good with heat-friendly wigs because I'm just terrified to put heat on them. I know that a lot of folks love that because that's the glory of it. I'm so afraid I'm going to botch something. So if I can have the realism of a heat-friendly wig and not have to apply heat, I'm a really happy girl. But anyway, let's go ahead and use this one to take a peek at the inside cap construction. One of the things that makes this so light, obviously besides the density, is going to be cap construction. You will see that the lace front on this goes temple to temple, and it is very deep. You have a left mono part on here that allows you to part anywhere in this vicinity and have the complete illusion of scalp. Over here houses a very, very minimal amount of permatease. It is next to nothing. You've got your ear tabs over here with metal stays. In the back, you do not have an extended nape. And you do have the adjustable sliders for adjustment for circumference. I will tell you that in my experience, Belle Tress runs a little bit big. It is definitely average. I have a 21¼ inch circumference, and I do have to take in the adjusters on Belle Tress a little bit in order to get a comfortable fit. We've got an open cap on the sides and on the back, and a good bit of stretch. Again, very, very comfortable, very light. What I do with these whenever I do wash them is, or when I'm taking them out of the box, is I turn over, I spring those fibers free, and I flip them back right side out, and then I can tame them. With this style and with these fibers, I have determined that a water bottle is my best friend. And finally, here is the last color I would like to share with you. This is Belle Tress's Vienna Roast in Brown Sugar Sweet Cream, what I think is an absolutely perfect fall color. This is described on the manufacturer's website as a combination of light, medium, and dark brown sugar with a hint of buttermilk. That really doesn't do much for me except make me hungry. But what it does remind me of is Raquel Welch's Shaded Cappuccino in 1222 SS, if any of you are familiar with that. It is a beautifully dynamic, kind of a bronze color. It's got highlighting going through it. It does have a little bit of rooting, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Again, I apologize, I cannot take you outside. I have absolutely no sun, and we are pouring down rain. But this is a beautiful color, and it's perfect for fall. What I did to this wig, if you're saying, gosh, that looks a little different also. This is kind of a middle of the road. It is not as old as the first wig, not as new as the second. But I have styled this one a little bit. It's got some product in it. Turned it upside down, ran my fingers through it, put in a little bit of wig wax, and that's why it's got a little bit more volume. It's fun. It is a versatile piece. Again, super easy. If I want to tamp this down, I sure can. This one I felt like having a little more volume with because I wanted to show you that it does have a little bit of flexibility in terms of your looks. So let me do another quick spin for you just so you get an idea of what this one looks like from all sides. So this is going to wrap up my review of Belle Tress's Vienna Roast. And just remember some of the key highlights. She is a rather low density, curly mid-length wig. We do not have the density at the top or the crown, which is what makes her so different compared to other styles of this nature. We do have some around the nape. We do have a little bit on the sides, but the majority of the volume you are seeing is coming from the wave pattern. Now, I forgot to mention this wig does weigh 3.4 ounces, but feels extremely, extremely light. So she is heat friendly, she comes in a wide array of colors, and at the time of this filming, which is September of 2023, Belle Tress is getting rid of a number of the colors in their collection, so you may be able to go to tlwigs.com and scoop up one of the discontinued colors for an absolutely fantastic deal. If you are simply looking for one of their regular colors or one of the colors that I have featured in this video, again, at time of filming, you are able to pick up this beauty for the price of $247. That is with a 30% off coupon, which is kind of middle of the road. It is not the extremely affordable side of things where you have no bells and whistles. It also isn't the extremely expensive end of things where you have a full mono top. This kind of gives you the best of both worlds without that ton of hair that a lot of folks really don't prefer. I want to thank you so much for joining me today, and if this information was useful to you, I would ask you to please hit that subscribe button. Remember, you do not owe anyone an explanation for why you choose to feel confident. So wear that wig and wear it proudly. I will see you the next time on Spare Hair Love Affair. Bye!